अभी सब वहां देख रहे हैं ना, सही मतलब कि लॉबी में पड़े हुए हैं सारे लोग अभी।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, 78 सम।
हाँ वो लॉबी में है, जैसे होगा वो अटेंडी मोड में आ जाएंगे। अभी हम उनको खोलेंगे,
हाँ
खोलने के बाद जब वो सब आ जाएंगे तब आप स्टार्ट कर दीजिएगा।
अच्छा ठीक है, तो वो व्यू लॉबी हट जाएगा वहां से।
हाँ हाँ लॉबी हट जाएगा।
अच्छा, जैसे लॉबी हट जाएगा हम शुरू कर देंगे ना।
हाँ।
ठीक।
वहाँ पे ठीक लगाएंगे ना, समझ जाएगी कुछ। आप बोलिए ना।
स्टार्ट सर।
Good evening, everyone. I, Mr. Abhir Sinha, STNC of Holy Cross School, Chandankiyari, is very privileged to welcome Mr. A.S. Gangwar, President, Dr. Radhakrishnan Savada School Complex, Bokaro, Reverend Father Reggie C. Varghese, DTC Bokaro, Sister Kamala Paul, Deputy DTC Bokaro, for this 1 hour session on happy teachers creating happy spaces. I also welcome Mr. Amit Kumar Singh, STNC, MGM Higher Secondary School, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Senapati, STNC, Holy Cross School, Balidi, and Mr. Binay Sital, the technical head, along with all the participants who all have joined in this session. A hearty welcome to all of you. Now I welcome Mr. Dhananjay Kumar, the resource person, to take over today's session. Sir.
Thank you, sir, and I welcome all the participants. And today's topic is happiness. Happy teachers creating happy spaces. This is the most wonderful world which we all desire to have. Certainly, happiness comes with insight, and we all earn for this happiness. So, I am going to start with a evening prayer to get more happiness for all of us.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे, हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे, हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम न सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण। फूल खुशियों के बाटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन। अपनी करुणा का जल तू बहा के कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना।
Now the question is, what is happiness? Dear teachers, we all work for happiness. We work for our basic needs, food, shelter, and whatever we desire to have in our life. But after getting all these things, what do we need after all? After all, we need happiness. In everything what we buy, our motto is always to get happiness, and certainly it is a word, but this has no limitation. So I am going to give you some definitions of happiness and something which can increase your happiness. And as you can see, happiness is a direction, not a place. It means we can earn happiness, we can get happiness, but for this happiness, we cannot depend on a particular situation. This is the earning of our heart. So, after all these things, we can came to the conclusion: happiness is a direction, not a place. Now, I am going to show you how we are running behind happiness, and in the end, what we generally get. We, from morning to evening, we go to have happiness, and we are in search of happiness from morning to night. But dear teachers, can we be really happy at the end? Are all the things of the world can give us happiness. See this, and you can experience. Okay, as we have seen, we run behind happiness. We work from morning to evening. But in true sense, are we all happy? Please ask yourself. Answer will be both yes or no. Happiness cannot be got from the things if we don't want to be happy. So for all the teachers or myself, I find some happiness tips, ways to find happiness. Uh, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we are discussing about the ways to find happiness. First point is value yourself and your relationship. Certainly, first of all, we all have to value ourselves. Then we have to value our relationship with whom we are living, with whom we all are working. If we will not respect each other, we will not respect ourselves, how can we get respect from others? So, to be happy, we must give and take respect first. So, value yourself and your relationship to find happiness. Second is keep control on the situation. Sometimes what happens, dear teachers, situation is not controlled by ourselves and we go beyond the situation. Situation can be handled within 2 minutes or after little efforts, but we unknowingly try to devote our many times, many hours, and we unnecessarily speak about it, and we lose the control from the situation. And after losing the control from the situation, what we get? We get sadness. So, to have happiness, we must control on the situation. Third is be healthy and maintain reproductivity level. This is one of the major point. Be healthy means we all have to be healthy to be happy. A healthy person is a happy person, and we must maintain productivity level. It means what we are doing today, we must increase this, or we must increase our productivity level. We must increase our effort, and when we get that level, we should try for the next level, and that maintenance of the productivity will certainly give you happiness, provide you happiness. Next point is feel pleasure, not the pressure. This is the best effort, and in every work we should have pleasure. When we start getting pressure of the situation, we are not able to concentrate, or we are not able to focus on the situation or on the work. So why this was? This was because of the pressure. If we get pleasure of the work, certainly the work will be easier for us and we will find happiness in the work. Next point is have a me time at least half an hour daily. This is for everybody. In day-to-day life, we are very busy and we have no time even for ourselves. So for some time, half an hour, we have to have for ourselves. Means we have to do the work according to our mind without any pressure. We can play with the children, we can go for walking, we can have some funny videos, or we can talk with our relatives. So this is a time when we listen our pressure. Next, don't expect perfection. Yes, what we generally in our day-to-day life, we expect perfection and we are expected to be perfect in any work. I don't think anybody is 100% perfect. So in every work, if you are going to see the perfection, 100% perfection without any fault, it is good. We must go, but it is rare. So don't expect perfection. It may be or it may not be. We have to consider this perfection. Next point is seventh number, to accept, more important than to expect. Yes, what happens generally in our life, we expect too much from anybody, from our relative, from our students, from our elders, or from our friends. Sometimes these expectations don't fulfill and we become sad. That time, after not fulfilling these expectations, we have to accept the situation. We have not to be angry. We have to understand the helplessness of others. And sometimes doing this certainly gives us happiness. Next is number 8, criticize positively with suggestion to improve. It means we don't have the tendency to criticize. Whenever it is necessary, we have to criticize positively. But on the other hand, we have also suggest the person how to improve. We have suggest the person how he or she can get more improvement, more results. So when we criticize and leave the person don't understand what to do and what not to do, and he or she can feel pressure. So after, if you are criticizing anybody, first it should be positive, and if you suggest to improve, certainly the next person understand the logic behind the criticism and they don't have any tension. Next, to earn more happiness, we can do exercise or yoga regularly. Certainly, in the morning, if you do yoga or exercise, if somebody do it, certainly that body is benefited and fit. And many teachers I have seen who go for morning walk or go for the gym and have some yoga practices at home they are fit, and this is seminar is generally for the teachers. So I should advise all the teachers to exercise or go for yoga or do yoga on the regular basis. Last is last number 10 is forget and forgive. Dear teachers, this is one of the major point we should adopt in our life. We have many situations in our campus also. We have many situations when the things are done beyond our expectations, and somebody do the thing which we don't generally expect. So in that situation, in we have to forget and forgive. Sometimes in our relationship also, some mistakes are done, or somebody make mistakes. In that situation, we should forget that person and forgive that person and forget the situation. And doing this, you will feel more pleasure. So these are the 10 points. There are many points available, but in this short span of time, I am going to focus on these 10 major points only. So I hope all the teachers, all my friends will certainly focus on all these points and remember it, and they will practice. So next, I will have to go for happiness inside the campus. Yes. What happens inside the campus? We all are teachers. And we, from morning to afternoon, we are in the schools with our students. And for that 6 to 7 hours, our family members are our students, our colleagues, our principal, teachers, and our friends. Inside the campus, teachers should be the happiest person. It is very true because it is told that we can give what we have. Certainly, dear teachers, what we can give others. Suppose a situation in which we come to the campus having sadness in the mind, and in the classroom some students told something. How we react? How can we react? Because our mood is not good, we are in the saddest side, so certainly there will be aggression in the sound. On the face, there will be sadness. It means the whole day will be ruined. So inside the campus, we teachers should be the happiest person, because we have to transfer our thoughts, we have to transfer our knowledge to the other persons. And in this transaction, our mode is words, situations, and our thinking. When we get unhappy, our thinking blocks. And In that situation, what we speak is generally not good or is not understood good by the person next. So I will request every teachers when we enter the campus, when you come to the school, we must be the happiest person. Next, we will see how can we create happiness within the classroom. Dear teachers, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much. So we are discussing about the ways to create happiness within the classroom. As we have already understood, to feel happiness in our daily life. So here are some points to have to create happiness within the classroom. There are certainly some situations when we don't feel happiness in the classroom, but we must understand the students who come to school for what they come for knowledge, the first thing, and mainly the smaller children when they come to school, they don't like to come, they cry because they understand at home the school is where I am going may or may not be a place the like my home, so they cry. When they understand that the situation of the school, the environment of the school is very healthy and I can have more fun at the school, they start coming. Generally, what we see students are involved with the teacher who are little friendly. I'm not telling that every teacher should change their techniques, but it is a general thinking with a friendly teacher, student shares their thinkings. So, ways to create happiness within the classroom. My first point is create a colorful classroom, which is a smoothing and pleasing for our eyes. What we generally do to create a colorful classroom, we generally paint it. We have some clothes, colorful clothes, some printed calendars. On the wall, we write in colorful words. So all these things are very pleased for our eyes, and likes children like it, and they come to school happily. Apart from this, we have many other methods to adopt to make our classroom soothing and pleasing, like changing the seats, like arrangements. Sometimes bulletin boards are decorated on the occasions, on the festivals. Sometimes teachers use colorful chalks. All these things create a meaning and it provides happiness to our students. Second, greet every child with a smile and talk. Individually, to make them feel that you are approachable and helpful. What it means? It means every child or children are equal for us. And sometimes what we need to do is to say good morning, children, from our side before he or she say. This will create a different sense in that child. And when we talk individually in the classroom with name like Ram, have you completed your homework? It certainly shows or starts, child starts thinking that the sir is thinking about me or the sir is taking care of me. This type of behavior, approachable behavior, certainly helpful and gives more confidence to the student, and the students feel very friendly with the teacher. He or she don't hesitate. He or she always believe in that teacher and they are always eager to have conversation. Next is children should feel that they are noticed and special. Sometimes in our classes, some children feel not noticed and they do something wrong, especially at the back benches. And sometimes we forget to go that side. So it is our responsibility to go to see each and every corner of the room, and we have to take a special care to every student. We have to check every student and we have to make them feel as special. If you come to school, it means you are going to give the respect as well as the value. Number 4, have a control on your emotion. This is one of the greatest line. Have a control on emotion. What is this, dear teachers? Sometimes emotions are not under our control. We go beyond the emotion and we speak something which is not necessary to speak, and sometimes in an uncontrolled situation we go beyond the emotion. Sometimes students go beyond the emotion. So we have to teach students also to have a control on the emotion, and we as a teacher, we also should have control on our emotions, because emotions play very vital role in our life, and every decision of the life is based on the emotion, situation. So control is very necessary. Sometimes uncontrolled emotion gives us some other direction to take action. So certainly this will be a harmful situation if we will go beyond our emotions. Next, appreciation lead motivations we all know. So appreciate heartily. Teachers, what we have to do? We have to appreciate for the good side of the students. Sometimes we focus more on the darker side and we forget to appreciate. We have to appreciate heartily, and certainly after the appreciation, the child will get motivation to do the things in a better way. Next, number 6 is don't fuel the anger or transfer it. In recent days in our life, we can see the anger increased. After the situation of Corona, we can feel both sides, in the teacher side and on the student side. The percentage of anger increased. And what we don't have to do is we have not to fuel the anger or transfer it. Let me tell you one interesting story about it. How fueling the anger or transferring it gives us sometimes a very bad situation. There was a shopkeeper. He had a servant to work in the shop. One day, servant came late for any reason to the shop. Certainly, the shopkeeper, who was already angry with some reason, scolded him. He scolded his servant, and for that day, he dismissed him. He told him, "Go to home. Today, you have not to work." The servant became very sad and angry. He, without saying anything, came to home. After coming home, he poured all the anger to his wife, and he told, "It was you who is responsible for this situation." The wife told, "How can I be responsible? Because you don't prepare, did not prepare the breakfast and tea on time." The wife told, "No, I was on time, but my son, our son, who went to take milk, came late to the home, and now both together transfer all the anger to their son." They scolded him and beat him. The son became very angry and he ran away from the house. And running, he picked up a stone and he threw the stone to a dog who was sitting in the street. Since the dog was hurt, he ran at random and he ran and went and attacked that shopkeeper who was sweeping his shop. outside the shop. So see how this transfer of anger turn the situation. If we will think positively, whose fault was this? This all was the fault of anger. Certainly, sometimes the situation comes to our life and it generate anger, but we have not to fuel the anger or transfer it to somebody else. And when we don't do this, we get a very happy situation at the end. So teachers, uh, can you hear me, and am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. So number 7, listen the children carefully. Let them explain their ideas and emotions. Then you explain. In our surroundings, what we generally see, sometimes we don't listen the situation 100% and we explain about the result, or we put our emotional thinking over that. So it will be better if we listen, if we will understand the children, or in any situation, in our school or in our offices, in our homes, we have to listen first and then we have to explain, or then we have to give any explanations. Last, number 8, use humor as a tool, not as a task. Between our work, we can use humor as a tool. We can erase the situation, bad situation from our surroundings, and humor is a tool which can erase it. In our teaching also, we can use humor as a tool, and sometimes uh, telling joke, or teaching in a funny style, writing in a funny style, or sometimes telling some stories, funny stories, or something in the class. You can give the students some happiness, but we have to understand this should not be as a task. If we will be regular in this situation, telling humor, a chutkula and stories, funny stories, then students will understand that this teacher comes to the school only for this. So humor should be used as a tool, not as a task. So I understand all the teacher knew all these points to create happiness within the classroom. There are many more, but these are only 8. And next, we will see yes, happiness, the facts about happiness. See, there are some facts about happiness. First fact is International Day of Happiness is celebrated on 20th March every year. Number second, the more we go behind it, it goes far and far. Third, happiness can be earned by our habits and activities. So, dear teachers, our habits and activities leads to happiness. Next, number four, it is beyond the definition. Certainly, definition of happiness is different from for everybody, for every situation. And next, only happiness can destroy the sadness. Number six, the only thing that will make you happy is being happy with who you are. Certainly, we should not live others' life. What we are, and we should be satisfied. And this is the secret of happiness. Next, happiness is the best makeup. And after all, we understand there is no path to happiness. It is itself a path. Happiness is a path, and it is when we travel this path, we can get more and more happiness. But sometimes, apart from all these in our life, the situation comes. We feel angry, we feel unhappy, and in that situation, we have to understand the situation, and we have to let it go. For the person who let it go is a happy person. So the next video will show you how can we do this.
जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होठों को करके गोल होठों को करके गोल सीटी बजा के बोल जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होठों को करके गोल होठों को करके गोल सीटी बजा के बोल मुर्गी का जाने अंडे का क्या होगा अरे लाइफ मिलेगी या तवे पे फ्राई होगा कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा होठ घुमा सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन कंफ्यूजन ही कंफ्यूजन है सॉल्यूशन कुछ पता नहीं सॉल्यूशन जो मिला था सारा क्वेश्चन क्या था पता नहीं दिल जो तेरा बात बात पे घबराए दिल पे रख के हाथ उसे तू फुसला ले दिल इडियट है प्यार से उसको समझा ले होठ घुमाओ सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज
स्कॉलरशिप की पी गया दारू गम तो फिर भी मिटा नहीं अगरबत्तियां राख हो गई गौर तो फिर भी दिखा नहीं
बकरा क्या जाने उसकी जान का क्या होगा सीख घुसेगी या साला की माँ होगा कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा तो होठ घुमा सीढ़ी बजा के बोल भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन अरे चाचू ऑरेंज मैन अरे भैया ऑरेंज मैन आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल तो होठों को करके गोल, होठों को करके गोल, सीटी बजा के बोल मुर्गी का जाने अंडे का क्या होगा, क्या होगा, अरे लाइफ मिलेगी या तवे पे फ्राई होगा, कोई न जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा, क्या होगा, सीढ़े बजा के बोल मिल गया, मिल गया, यस
So I hope all of you enjoyed this. And now, is any question, any feedback? Your feedbacks are always welcome, and your suggestions, or if there is any question related to this topic, you can ask. Is any question from any teachers?
Participant teachers can unmute yourself and ask the question to the resource person. They can unmute yourself.
Yes. First unmute yourself, and if you have any queries, any questions, any feedback, any suggestions, you are always welcome.
Benita ma'am, you have raised your hand. Kindly ask the question.
Yes.
Benita
Thank you,
Singh ma'am.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you so
Good
much,
evening.
sir.
Have you enjoyed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So now I have to thank President of Dr. Radhakrishnan Sahodya School Complex, Sri A.S. Gangwar Sahab, DTC Bokaro, Reverend Father Regisi Varghese, Deputy DTC Bokaro, Sister Kamla Paul, STNC MGM Higher Secondary School Bokaro, Mr. Amit Kumar Singh, STNC Holy Cross School Baladi, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Senapati, Technical Head, Mr. Vinay Sital, who had been very cooperative with throughout my session and preparation, my school principal, Sister Mini Abraham, and my technical coordinators, Mr. Biswajit, Mr. Abir, and Mr. Ankit, who had supported me. And I am also very thankful to all the participant teachers who have cooperated me throughout the session. Thank you. Thanks a lot again to all of you.
85% strongly agree.
Thanks a lot, Dhananjay sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
We have
sir.
learned so many things from you, and we
Thank you.
hope that we will be having more sessions like this, and we'll always invite you for the further sessions also.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Now I request all the participant teachers, if they have any query, they can ask the resource person. Otherwise, the link of the attendance is already shared in the WhatsApp group. They can mark their attendance and they can leave the meeting now. Once again, thanks to Dhananjay sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all of you.